Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Forecast.com YouTube channel. My name is Henry and today is Friday, September 25th. The time is 3 a.m. GMT. We will be looking at the chart of the Netflix here, 30 minutes chart. We can see the current decline here. The current sell-off has been overlapping and quite choppy. We are calling it as a WXY, a double zigzag. You got this PNC. You can see in the PNC of the zigzag, the first zigzag here, and the W, and then you have a expanded flat ABC, finishing the X, the connector, and then you are currently in the Y leg, which is going to be in another zigzag. Okay, now you can see this move lower here. Looks like a 5 waves, and then another expanded flat, and then we are now looking to finish a C leg to the downside to finish the Y. So in other words, you can see also the decline here looks impulsive here. So as far as the rally here stays below the P over here, then we could see for the downside here at least to reach the ABC equal like in the red degree here, right? If you mention the 100%, it can go to 451, okay, as a potential target on the downside. And if we want to take a look and zooming out a little bit, okay, if we take a look and zoom out a little bit in the 4-hour, okay, and try to put a context on this move. So you can see in the X and the W in blue here. This is X and W is over here, right? Sorry, this should be, let me double check if I got it right. Now this is correct here. The W is here because there's a flat in between, right? Okay, so since we top out here in July 14, we've been in a sideways range. We have not really broken below this July 17 either right now. Couple of things I want to point out here is this is a 3 waves here. It's not an impulse, so that means the bulls still remain in control because it is an impulse. It is a 3 waves pullback from July 14 to July 17. Okay, now we can be doing a regular flat in which then it becomes impulsive, right? 1 2 3 4 5. But again, to be in order for us to be expecting for the downside, we technically has to break below here, otherwise it can be just consolidating here within a range in a bullish consolidation, right? Because remember, the first leg here is only 3 waves, so so the bulls still remain to be with the upper hand. Okay, now in the shorter cycle, which is what we want to focus on, is this cycle here. Like I said, this one looks impulsive, so therefore it's as simple as long as we stay below here, we can continue lower. And if you look at it from September the 3rd, we have this WX here. This is the connector. If you measure the 100%, that gives us a target of 422, right? 100% of the ABC, which is this one, gives us a target of 452, right? So this one gives a minimum target of 452. 100% of the blue gives us a target of 422. If we go to this area, we're gonna break below here as well, and you can also measure the 100% from here, and it gives us a target towards 422, right? So I think a possible target is around 420s to the downside, and especially if we break below this one. If we can break below this one, then that should open up more downside. 449, that should open up more downside to around 420s in the Netflix before we can see buyers again. Now the structure of the decline from here is a little bit tricky, to be honest. It is a little bit tricky. I can call it in a couple of different ways, because that's the way it is. Sometimes the outlook allows us to have multiple different outlook, multiple different count, so depending on certain conditions. Now over here, right, I can also call this as a some sort of diagonal here, right? 1 2 3 4 5, and then we can even be doing something like this. We can even be correcting like a in a three-ways correction before turning lower again, right? So it is definitely a possibility. However, right, if you take a look at the 1 hour chart, again this decline looks impulsive, right? It looks impulsive. So as long as we stay below here, we can see another leg lower again. But then, like I said, in the shorter cycle, the confirmation that we can see for the downside, a lot more downside, is if we can break below here, right? If we can break below 449, and we can see for the downside to 420s, in which we do like we do like to see buyers to appear again from here for the next leg to the upside. All right, so I think in general the primary trend, because of the stress pullback, still remains higher for now. So we are still within a correction stage, and corrections sometimes can be pretty complex, and in this case simply is as long as we stay below here, we can extend lower to 420s, in which then we should be seeing buyers from here. Okay, so that's the update from the Netflix. And as always, if you do want to check our service, we have 14 days free trial. The link is provided in the description below. So I'll see you all again next week. Have a nice day to you all.